Good day, we are Group 2 from BSBA Marketing 3E and we're going to tackle or discuss the topic continuous process improvement.
What is the concept of this main topic? The concept of this main topic is to provide instructional materials on various tools and strategies for process improvement in organizations. It covers topics such as flow charting, value stream mapping, fishbone diagram, hypothesis testing, Kanban process mapping, and improvement strategies such as repair, refinement, renovation, and reinvention. The module also discuss the principle of the lean management and how it can help optimize process by reducing non-value added activities, poor quality cost, and complication with the ultimate goal of achieving complete customer satisfaction and employee success.
What are the types of continuous process improvement or CPI? So, continuous process improvement is an ongoing effort to enhance processes, increase efficiency, and improve outcomes within an organization. And there are several types of CPI methodologies and approaches that organization can employ. So, here are four commonly recognized types. So, the first one is the Lean Six Sigma Lean. The Lean Six Sigma. So, Lean Six Sigma combines the principles of lean manufacturing and Six Sigma methodology. And Lean focuses on eliminating waste and streamlining process, while Six Sigma aims to reduce defects and variations. Together, they provide a comprehensive approach to process improvement, focusing on efficiency and quality. So the second one is the Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese term meaning change for the better or continuous improvement, and it emphasizes small incremental changes implemented by everyone within the organization. Kaizen encourages a culture of ongoing improvement where employees are actively involved in identifying and implementing improvements. So the third one is the total quality management or the TQM. It is an approach that emphasizes the involvement of all employees in the continuous improvement of process, products, and services, and it focuses on customer satisfaction, employee engagement, and the systematic measurement and analysis of process to identify areas for improvement. So the fourth one and the last, this is the last one. It is agile. It is originally developed for software development, and agile methodologies have gained popularity in various industries, and agile promotes iterative development, frequent collaboration, and adaptability to changing requirements. So it is encourage continuous feedback, quick decision making, and ability to respond swiftly to customer needs and the market dynamics. So it is important to note that these types of CPI are not mutually exclusive, and organizations may choose to combine different methodologies or adapt them to suit their specific needs and circumstances. And the key is to foster a culture of continuous improvement and empower employees to contribute to the ongoing enhancement of process and outcomes.
The importance of continuous process improvement. Continuous process improvement is an essential approach for any organization that seeks to achieve long-term success and competitiveness. CPI or continuous process improvement refers to the ongoing effort to improve process within an organization with the aim of increasing efficiency, effectiveness, and overall performance. There are several reasons why CPI or continuous process improvement is important. Number one is better quality. Better quality by continuously improving process, organization can identify and eliminate inefficiencies, errors, and bottlenecks. This leads to higher quality products and services which in turn increase customer satisfaction and loyalty. Number two is increased efficiency. CPI helps organizations to streamline their process, reduce waste, and improve productivity. This can result in cost savings and increased profitability. And number three is competitive advantage. Organizations that are constantly improving their processes are better equipped to respond to changes in the market and stay ahead of their competitors. And number four is employee engagement. CPI encourages employees to identify problems and suggest improvements which can lead to increased engagement and job satisfaction. And number five is compliance. CPI can help organizations to meet regulatory requirements and comply with industry standards. And number six is innovation. CPI encourages organizations to think outside the box and explore new ideas for improving process. This can lead to innovation and new business opportunities.
I'm Kaylee M. Paorillo, so I will discuss the benefits of continuous process improvements. So this is a business management system that involves making incremental changes to existing process to improve efficiency, effectiveness, output quality, and flexibility. So here are the offers of several benefits of CPI. Number one is reduced cost. By identifying inefficiencies and bottlenecks in process, CPI can help organizations reduce costs and optimize resources. So for example, a manufacturing company that implements CPI identifies a bottleneck in its production and streamlines the process, so reducing the time and cost required to produce each unit. Number two is faster processing. So CPI can help organizations improve their workflow and eliminate unnecessary steps, resulting in faster processing times. So example of this is a financial service company that implements CPI streamlines its loan approval process, reducing the time it takes to approve and disburse loans. Number three is fewer errors. So by identifying and addressing errors in processes, CPI can help organizations reduce errors and improve quality. So just like a healthcare organizations that implement CPI identifies a process errors that was causing medications errors and implements a new process that reduce the risk of errors. Number four is improve stakeholders and suppliers relationships. So it helps CPI can help organizations improve their relationships with stakeholders and suppliers by optimizing processes and improving communications, just like retail company that implements CPI improve its supply chain management process, resulting in better communications and collaborations with suppliers. Number five is better quality and product. So CPI also can help organizations improve the quality of their products or services by identifying and addressing quality issues in the processes. So example is a software development. So, company that implements CPI identifies a quality issue in its software development, a new process that improves the quality of its software. Number 6 is more productive employees. So, CPI can help organizations improve employee productivity by optimizing processes and eliminating unnecessary steps. Example is marketing company that implements CPI streamlines its content creation process, allowing its employees to focus on more creative tasks and improving overall productivity. Lastly is 7, happier customers. So, by improving processes and reducing errors, CPI can help organizations improve customer satisfaction. Example, a customer service organizations that implement CPI identifies and addresses a process errors that was causing customers complaints, resulting in happier customers.
My name is Iverson M. Pekana from BSBA Marketing 3E, and this is the advantage and disadvantage of continuous process improvement. First is advantage. Number 1 is efficiency. A continuously improving business is continually improving efficiency. As you implement the systems to get more done in less time, you save money on labor and increase customer satisfaction by turning out a higher quality product. Number 2 is engagement. Employees who work in an environment where they are expected to make continual improvements are more interested in their works than employees who are expected to simply show up and get the job done. Interested employees are satisfied employees who stay with your company longer and go the extra miles to satisfy customers and fix problems. Number 3 is customer satisfaction. As your product and services continually improve, you'll be better able to meet the customer's needs. Your offering will have fewer flaws because your staff will be devoting time and energy toward resolving difficulties. And these efforts will be in part of a response to customers' feedbacks, and their implementation will improve the customer's experience. And the last is effective system. When continuously improvement is a part of a quality management effort, your business will put systems in place to continually evaluate and upgrade its operations. And these systems will give your company the tools it needs to build quality into its DNA as a intrinsic aspects of its identity. And the next one is disadvantages. Number 1 is incremental improvement. Continuous improvement is usually implemented as an incremental process, in which advances are made in small steps according to an established set of assumptions. To have a formal continuous improvement, it is a program in place. Your team will have defined as a set of desirable objectives and will be working toward these outcomes. And sometimes real improvements comes from shattering a mold and exploring an entirely different directions. And the next is stifled innovation. If your business has defined the way it wants to grow and improve, it may limit itself to a specific types of development and close itself off to possibilities in addition to missing opportunities. This creates the possibility of shifting rather than rewarding the creative of your staff. And the next is inadequate implementation. Although continually improvement itself tends to be a good of organization, it may not be implemented effectively, objectives may not be communicated clearly, or manager may not be sufficiently motivated in following through with the improvements. If your staff is insufficiently motivated or they feel it's like their efforts are wasted, your continuous improvements program may create more problems than benefits.
Continuous process improvement. So in continuous process improvement, there is a PDCA cycle. It is a process to avoid mistake and being made repeatedly in the process. Employees in any department can use it to solve new problem since it gives a consistent approach to achieving continuous improvement. There is a 4 stages in PDCA cycle, and it is plan, do, check, and act. Plan. In every businesses, there is always plan to achieve their objectives. The plan is where they need to identify the problem and to know the cause of those problems and create a hypothesis to know where is to start. So there is 3 steps in plan. Problem identification, problem analysis, developing an experiment. Problem identification. Problem identification is where to find the cause of the problem, understanding how it impacts to the business or others, and creating a workable solution are all made possible by problem identification. Problem analysis. This is a process of finding or analyzing and developing solution for problems is known as problem analysis. It is a process where they look into the examination into what lead to an error, failure, or anticipated event to analyze the problem. Developing an experiment. It is where the background data you occurred should serve as the foundation of your hypothesis. List the steps you will take and to respond your question and to conduct a test to resolve the problems. Do. In the do stage is a process to put the suggested fix and adjustments to the test. This need to be done on a small scale investigation. So ideally, small scale tests usually cost less to conduct and allow us to adapt fast to a new information. Ensure that you track your performance and gather the information required to conduct an evaluation into the future. Check. In this stage where you review or check the experiment and also to analyze the result to identify what you have learned. You evaluate what went well, what didn't go as planned and expected, and what could have been done differently to get better results during the check stage. Additionally, you generate concept for potential future adjustment and changes. And you must have the response for each of the following question during the check phase, like what aspect of the experiment worked well, what didn't go and planned, what could we change to make the things better, and how may a new update be implemented. Act. During this stage, act on the information you obtained during the study. If the modification was unsuccessful, repeat the process using a different strategy. If the study went well, apply what you've learned and more significant improvements needed. Plan new improvement based on what you have learned to the cycle. If your approach was successful, you must standardize the procedure and apply it to the entire company. In this stage of act, there is some question need to be response to know the study went well. What resources are required to apply the solution to the entire company? What sort of instruction is required for the full implementation of the improvement? How can the transportation be kept up and sustained? How can the impact of the solution can be measured and tracked? Those are some questions to answer to ensure that the study went well.
So now let's proceed to the last topic. This is what are the best practices of continuous process improvement? So implementing continuous process improvement or CPI involves adopting certain best practices to ensure its effectiveness, and here are some commonly recognized best practices for continuous process improvement. So the first one is the leadership commitment. So leadership commitment is crucial for the success of CPI initiatives, and leaders should champion the importance of continuous improvement, set clear expectations, allocate necessary resources, and actively participate in improvement efforts. So the second one is clearly define goals and metrics. So it is clearly define the goals and objectives of your CPI initiatives. Develop specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. It is the SMART metrics to track progress and evaluate the impact of improvement or of efforts. So the third one is the employee engagement. So in this practice, it involves employees at all levels in the CPI process, encourage their active participation, seek their input, and empower them to contribute the ideas and suggestions for improvement. So engaged employees are more likely to embrace change and support improvement initiatives. So the fourth one is the data-driven decision making. So it is a utilize data and metrics to drive decision making and collect relevant data, analyze it to identify patterns and areas for improvement, and base decision on evidence rather than assumptions. Data-driven decision making helps prioritize improvement opportunities and monitor the effectiveness of implemented changes. So the fifth one is the continuous learning and training. It is a foster culture of continuous learning within the organization, provide training and development opportunities to employees to enhance their skills and knowledge related to the process improvement methodologies and tools. So encourage sharing of best practices and lesson learned among teams. So the sixth one is the standardization and documentation. A standardized process to ensure consistency and eliminate variation that can lead to inefficiency or errors. So document standardized process including clear work instructions, procedures, and guidelines. This documentation serves as a reference point and helps in training new employees. So the next one is the continuous communication and feedback. So establish channels for open and transparent communication regarding improvement initiatives and regularly communicate progress, successes, and challenges to all stakeholders. So encourage feedback from employees and stakeholders to gain insights and identify further improvement opportunities. So the eighth one is the iterative approach. It is an embrace an iterative approach to improvement. Break down improvement initiatives to manageable phases or iteration. Implement changes, monitor their impact, gather feedback, and make further adjustment based on the results. And this iterative approach allows for continuous learning and refinement. So the next one, which is the ninth, in the ninth practices, it's celebrate achievements and recognize contributions, and it is recognize and celebrate achievements and contributions related to continuous process improvement, acknowledge the effort of individuals and teams, share success stories, and create positive reinforcement environment that encourage and motivate employees to continue their improvement efforts. So the last practice is the continuous monitoring and adaptation. So continuous improvement is an ongoing process. It is established mechanism to monitor and review the implemented changes regularly and assess the effectiveness of improvements and identify any new challenges or opportunities and adapt the process accordingly. So by implementing these best practices, organization can foster a culture of continuous improvement and achieve sustainable positive changes in their processes, productivity, and outcomes. And that's all. Thank you so much.